guys, how you going? So it's down BK Sport. You know, I have to film this video. I have to film this video, even though I don't want to film this video. I don't want to talk about the BLEDISLOE Cup Game 3. I have absolutely no interest in talking about this disrespectful performance by the Wallabies. Like, it was horrific. It was absolutely horrific to watch. As a Wallabies fan, you know, there's only 1% of us in Australia who actually give a shit about this sport. And yet we're the ones that obviously get disrespected. You know, I'm going to be here regardless. You know, I streamed on this channel, obviously, you know, like I always do, the whole game yesterday. We're down 26-0 at half time. You know, we lose by 40 points in the end. You know, I still was there the whole time. I'm one of the 1% who actually gives a shit about this sport in this country. You've got 99% of Australia who are just like, oh, I couldn't care less. You know, typical Wallabies. And I'm still here like typical Wallabies. It's crazy how you can lose for, what, 17 years in a row and probably feel the most disappointed that I've probably ever felt throughout that 17-year BLEDISLOE Cup reign for New Zealand. And you can't even insult New Zealand. Not that I really do that anyway. You know, I'm pretty realistic and more of a respectful fan than a lot of others. But, you know, New Zealand did well yesterday. They played really well. And, you know, for me, even though New Zealand did play well, I just genuinely believe that this was an under-10s Aussie team. Anyway, let's get into the video. BLEDISLOE Cup Game 3, eh? So the first game, obviously we go to New Zealand. And we go to New Zealand, just remember this. We go to New Zealand. And we go to Wellington, a place that we haven't won in like a couple of decades as well. And we get a draw. You know, positive, nice. You know, we're starting to get some positive optimism, as I like to say on this channel. You know, we're actually looking like this team could be heading in the right direction. So as a Wallabies fan, you start to actually believe. You start to actually believe that maybe things might be changing. Maybe things might be going in the right direction. Game 2, we go to Eden Park. I thought we played pretty well for the first half. You know, we did lose by like, I think 3 points or maybe 5 points in that first half, but we played well. Second half, we made a few mistakes and they won 27-7. Like I said last time, I don't think the score reflected how close the game probably was. So, you know, we still have some positive optimism. That's at Eden Park, a place we haven't won in nearly 40 years now. And there is still positive optimism around this team because guess what? We're coming back to Australia. Oh yeah, we're coming back to Australia. You know, we won in Australia last year. You know, we won over in Perth. We scored like 40 points over in Perth last year. So surely we're going to come back to Australia after these two quite positive performances in New Zealand and give it a good crack. Give it a red hot crack. No, we come back to Australia. Yeah, come back to Sydney, the main home ground for the Aussies, and we get beaten by 40 points. Lovely. And yesterday's performance was not only bad, but like I was saying, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful for anyone who actually, you know, supports this team, anyone who paid money to go to last night's game. This is a game we needed to win. This was a game that if we lost this game, then we lose the BLEDISLOE Cup. Now that's fine, all right? I'm used to not winning the BLEDISLOE Cup. I'm used to it. However, the performance last night was disgusting, and anyone who actually paid money to go watch that, I feel sorry for you. I have Instagram messages from multiple people saying they paid $90, $240. I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe this. You know, last night's performance was woeful on so many different accounts. You know, whether it be in regards to the defense, whether it be in regards to basically the passion that I've seen for the team. I saw two different teams earlier on in the BLEDISLOE Cup Game 1 and 2, and then I saw an absolutely piss-poor 10-year-old Wallabies team last night that looked absolutely shocking. And it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to the Wallabies name. We've been shit-housed for 15 years, that's fine, but at least show some heart. There's never going to be a player who doesn't play to win. You know, I believe they played to win last night, but do I believe they had the actual passion for the jersey like the Kiwis do, like the South Africans do, like the Argentinians do? I don't even know how we're going to go against Argentina. All people expect when they pay for a ticket, or all people expect when they actively watch a game, is that you put in the performance and you give it a red hot crack. And last night, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anyone giving it a red hot crack. Truly, I don't think I saw anyone really giving it a red hot crack. And it's disappointing. Don't even get me started on Filipo Dungunu. Don't even get me started on Filipo Dungunu. I don't like to pick apart specific players in teams, but if you're going to talk shit, right, especially the All Blacks, all right? So you're going to talk shit all week about the upcoming game, and then you come out and you perform like that. You get sin binned in the first 2 minutes. You knock on the ball, like 4, 5, 6, 7 times, bloody, in the game. Throw the ball out over the sideline, and then when you do have the ability to pass, you don't pass it, and you get taken over. I was losing it last night. I was losing it because this guy, if you're going to talk shit, turn up. If you're going to talk shit, you have to back up your words. And last night was not backing up his words. I thought Dungunu was one of our better players, if not our best player, in game number 1. I thought he was fantastic. Game number 2 didn't really do anything. And game number 3, I would arguably 100% say he was our worst player on the field. And you know what's crazy? I'm going to get a comment saying, oh, you can't go out there and do better. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You can't go out there and do better. No, I can't. I can't do better. But I'm not the one going out there and getting paid to do it. I'm not the one with the whole country's expectations on my shoulders. If you're going to play for the Wallabies, then you have to understand the risks you're going to take when you put that jersey on, you play like that, and people are going to respond like this. I don't even think this is Rennie's fault. He's new. He's trying to implement his tactics. He's trying to implement a new kind of team. He's trying to try a lot of things. And yes, this team was young. Don't give a shit. That's still our best players going out there to play. That's still our best players going up against the New Zealand All Blacks best players. So don't give me this shit about, oh, they're young. They're right growing. I've been hearing that 15, 20 years. I look at the young guns who weren't in the Wallabies team. I'm talking like the actual youth. And I think that, yeah, there could be some positives coming forward. However, this organisation has been so messed up for so many decades now that it's really hard to back this in. Now, I'm the guy who's always backing them in. I'm still going to back the Wallabies in. I'm not saying they're going to win this week. I don't think they're going to win this week, but I'm still going to back them in. I'm still going to stream it. I'm still going to support this team because they're the Wallabies. They're my team. They represent my country. It's not about the players, it's about the jersey they're wearing. It's about the team they're representing. It's about the country they're representing. But this group of players, I don't even think they're listening to the coach. I really don't. I don't think they're listening. I think these players are a group of guys that think they know better. I think they just think they know better and just do what they want. I didn't see any tactics involved last night. I didn't see anything of any note. Like, you see that first try, people are like, oh, there's a yellow card, Dungunu, that's why they scored. They had like 101 out there. There was like a whole buddy rugby team out on the left-hand side compared to one Australian. Like, of course, Duino Kwafe is going to score that try. Like, anyone, I could have scored that try. And I'm not the one saying that I could be a professional rugby player. Defensively, it was on a 10 shit. It was on a 10 shit. And I'm not denigrating the All Blacks here at all. The All Blacks, they did what they needed to do. The All Blacks did well. The All Blacks did fine. So All Blacks fans, when I'm ripping apart this team right now and telling this team that they are lacking in the passion and they're 100% disrespectful to the jersey of the Wallabies, I'm not having a go here at the All Blacks at all. I don't even think they did anything really kind of special, but I just think that the Wallabies were so bad that truly, Brothers Rugby Union Club in Brisbane probably could have, made a decent matchup last night. But you give the All Blacks any kind of opportunity, and holy shit, they're going to take it away. They're going to take it away. I still don't know if this is the same All Blacks team as usual. I still think this team is beatable, but it's just hard to see this Wallabies team doing it. I originally thought they could. In a game that means so much, last night was a do-or-die match for Australia. And to get beaten by 40 points on your own home turf in a do-or-die match in a 50-50 competition against your biggest rivals and you can't turn up, you can't even make it close. You're down 26-0 at halftime. 26-0. 26-0 at halftime. You can't even get yourself up for that match? How do you expect us to believe in you? How do you expect people to come back to this game in Australia? How do you expect the Australian public to start respecting the Wallabies again? The last time we won a BLEDISLOE Cup, I was like 7 or 8 years old. I was too young to appreciate it. I've never really gotten that time in Wallabies history. I've never really been able to see this team be quality. And that's why it's so frustrating, because everyone talks about how the Wallabies were so good and the Wallabies are a tier 1 nation and the Wallabies are this and that, and it's just like, I guess that's why I keep believing in this team. I guess that's why I still keep turning up, because I believe that one day it will turn. In saying all this, and there's a big however here, there were still positive performances in game 1 and 2. Last night, hopefully, is a massive blip on the radar. We will come back next week and we will review game 4. If we get smacked up again, at Suncorp Stadium, then it's not a blip on the radar, and this team is still shit house. But if we can make it close, or even win the game, then in reality we still had 3 decent-ish performances out of 4. And you've got to look at that as like it's a new coach, young team, coming up. I know other people like All Blacks fans, they're going to be like, no, you're just talking shit. I probably am just talking shit, to be honest with you. So I just want to say, I'll be back. I'll be back next week. Hopefully the Wallabies can be back. Hopefully the Wallabies can turn up next week. I know I'll be there. Will they be there? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm wearing a bloody cross right now. I'm sweating like hell because it's really hot out here. All I know, the best I can do is I turn up, I show my support, but hopefully the Wallabies turn up to provide fans like myself and other true fans of Australian rugby some reason to believe and some reason for us suffering through this shit. I don't usually come out here and just rip into a team. I don't usually come out here and post about a heap of negatives. You know, I even tried to create some kind of positivity through this video in the last little bit that I've just spoken about, but sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's necessary. And it's just the usual, really. No one's going to really take notice of this because this is just typical Wallabies. I'm going to jump off for now. Appreciate you guys as always. Obviously, we post every day here, guys, so hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. Smack that thumbs up button. It's not all negative. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's positive, and we're having a good time, having a laugh. We will be live streaming the rest of the rugby, Tri-Nations, whatever you want to call it, Rugby Championship, Tri-Nations, whatever, between Argentina, New Zealand, and Australia, because South Africa did a bit scared. So if you want to see a live reaction commentary, then I'll see you guys next week for the game at Suncorp. Don't forget, guys, we are going to be streaming the State of Origin this week as well. It's going to be an absolutely awesome series, so hopefully Queensland can get up for that, but gee whiz, that's not looking too good, is it? But I do appreciate you guys as always, like I said, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.